Anyway, I've been addicted to making charts lately. These are my published charts on tradingview.com. And let's see, this is the first one I made. This was 1 month ago, so I guess I've been making charts on the site for about a month. My pro account or my pro trial just expired. So you can see, I'm just going to go through all the charts that I've made so far, be critical of them, and the greatest thing about, or one of my favorite features of TradingView.com is you have these technical analysts make charts like this. Like I was like, oh look, see how it pierces the upper Bollinger Band here, even here, and then it goes down. So it seemed like with Facebook at the time, if you see it pierce this upper indicator on the 240-minute or 4-hour chart, each one of these takes just 4 hours, more than likely it's going to go down for a bit. Like this one retraced to the moving average. This one actually broke through. This one broke through. So it's like, hey, look, pop goes the B band, the Bollinger Band. So let's see, it did go down. So that would have been a good short, and if you were paying attention, maybe using a different indicator, like a momentum indicator or something, you could learn to exit here before it went back up. If you missed that exit, I don't know. Anyway, so that's one. That was the very first chart I made, and I was just responding to a guy on stocktwits who was saying, "Oh, looks like it's oversold on the 1 minute." I was like, dude, be careful. It's overbought on the 4-hour chart. So, second one. This is a terrible chart, even though it actually sort of worked out. Like I drew this. This is not how a triangle is supposed to be drawn at all, but triangle. I was just copying what I saw other people do here, sort of facetiously almost. But nowadays, I would know to, if I was going to draw a triangle, I'd try to draw it here. Not this big old weird whatever this thing is. Like where's, like it hits twice here, and then there's nothing. There's nothing making this triangle. But here you got a nice solid triangle that's pinching right here. So we got a symmetrical triangle which isn't biased towards bear or bull, so it could go either up or down. So this was a bad chart, yet it worked. So you can see, if you're watching for that break when this triangle is pinching down, you could have positioned yourself. You could have said, okay, it broke below the lower triangle support line, and you could have sold your Bitcoin there, and then bought up maybe even at the support level here, which you can see that support held, jumped up here, another support. Anyway, so yeah, support and resistance levels are important in technical analysis. This is a terrible chart. This is probably my worst chart that I've ever made. Like I was trying to learn how to use the Andrews pitchfork, which is this thing, and this is like, this is way too how do you say it, like speculative. Like I just drew this pitchfork based off of like just my imagination of what I think could happen in the future. This isn't the way you do technical trading or analysis. It'd be better if you did the Andrews pitchfork, say like here, bloop, doot doot, and then you'd have the median line growing there, and then you'd watch to see this hit the median line. If it doesn't hit the median line, it's probably just going to keep bouncing lower, and you're trying to try and find a different technical indicator. But yeah, let's press play here. Yeah, it's, you can see that support. See, what's important here is the support level. So that the support level held, but everything else is sort of silly. Improper use of that pitchfork indicator. Here we got our AMD chart. I was hoping for this break downwards, but symmetrical triangle, you just have to watch for a break out of these lines here. So I saw it hitting here, and I was hoping that it would cross down. You have the MACD here, which is it's an indicator that I think takes a little time to actually learn how it works, and I've finally sort of done that. So anyway, let's press play here. I was like, please break down. It's like, nope. And then it breaks up. So that's when you want to buy, probably like over here. So yeah, it's AMD went down after the fact quite a bit, and I think my position had expired on the 20th. So weird. What is this? Oh, this is the hour chart. Yeah, still it didn't go down far enough. Even here it bounced off of, it didn't even get to 50 cents. I was looking for it to get to 50 cents before the 20th. Anyway, this one I made because of that comment I got on stocktwits saying it would go sideways for a week, so I made up a chart that said it's gonna go sideways. Let's see. That's almost a descending triangle, and descending triangles are bearish, so I would actually nowadays say we're looking at a bear market here. But of course, you know, hindsight is 20/20. It's a descending wedge right here, which is bullish. But yeah, look at it now. It's all the way down here. Hit 550 almost. Woo, cheap. Cheapy. Might be a good time to buy even now. I don't see any strong indicators yet. Yeah, it could still, yes, could go down again. Anyway, let's keep moving up here. Don't want to go too slow. So at this point, those are my older charts. It's a month ago still. This is the first chart that they put a the symbol on it, which means they promoted it. The moderator said, "Oh, suggested chart." They thought the idea was good or something. So this channel here is a linear regression. So it takes all the close prices and then does a linear regression on it between, you know, how many ever points you want to set on it. I think I set it for 270 days. Yep, 270 days. So you can see it actually holds pretty good. And I was just watching over here. If you sort of ignore everything over here, it goes out and goes down, bounces off the middle line, bounces there. So here it's going out right now. As it approaches over here, it's expecting to go down and bounce like that. Something along those lines. You can see that. Interesting. So I was doing it right. That's nice. So anyway, when the blue line crosses this yellow line, or the blue line crosses the orange line, it's usually a indicator that it's going to be going down, sort of downward momentum. And when it crosses back up, it's upward momentum. So here we are again. It's like up, and then it's about to cross down. But look, point. It breaks out of the channel. Buy now. Boo. Buy now. I think now is the time We'll see. Is it going to go all the way down to here again? Who knows? I'll have to study the daily chart on Bitcoin again. Maybe I'll make another chart. So anyway, after I got this one, I made this one. I think they may have started suggesting my charts after I went pro for that monthly trial. But this chart did not turn out good. Like these two indicators on the bottom, I'm still not very familiar with them. Like I don't know the formula that they use to calculate either one of these very strongly. I understand, like the Williams %R is, showing oversold conditions. And with this indicator, they actually have a scripting language on the site. So they have a thing called a Pine scripting language, and you can easily program your own indicators. So I took the base Williams indicator and just smoothed it out, so you have a much smoother graph here at the bottom. And I was looking here and I was thinking, as it, like the cross down at the top would be a good time to sell, and the cross up on the bottom is a good time to buy usually. So here we have the cross up on the bottom, so I was thinking it'd be a good time to buy. And the rune indicator is, you have like the red, like when the red is high it's showing like downward trend, and when the green is high it's showing an upward trend has taken over. And usually they like compare, I think around like mid the 50% line here. When it crosses that is like an indicator for people who use this indicator. An indicator. Blah. So anyway, I was like, oh cool, we're just gonna go and then bounce off of this support right here. Since we got it was resistance over here. Support, it broke through pretty easily there, but then it created a little bit of support here. Resistance, support, and plus we have this trend line. It could be as support. I don't know, maybe we already broke the support right here. Maybe that's where a break happened. Yeah, I can't move it right now. But if you imagine a line running here, and this part is indicating a reversal, because this chart of mine did not hold at all, just blasted right through the support. Look at that. I should have got out then, because that's what the chart was telling me. It says, hey, your support broke, the trend broke, so now you're down in a downward trend. I should have been like, oh, okay, exit here. But that hopium, oh, I'm hoping it's gonna go up. Nope. Nopium. More like. Alright, let's see here. So we got that one. They liked my idea, but it didn't hold. And here's my first LL chart. I made 3 LL charts. First one here is calling the bottom. So here it was, it's like 70 almost. And then they had that 60 minutes report, so talking about formaldehyde in their flooring, and it actually may have been from here that the 60 minutes report came out, but I don't know. But the guy who brought it to 60 minutes attention was a short. He had the stock shorted at the time, so they call him an activist investor, where he shorts it, or they short stocks, or they go long and then they do something to move the markets, which I don't know if that's legal, but apparently there's something, some money to be made there. So anyway, down here, I was gonna say this is the bottom, this is a bunch of people freaking out. We already got one bounce here. And if we get another bounce here, that would create a double bottom on this 2820 support level. So we go boink, boink, double bottom. That's an indicator of a reversal in trend. And then here's the MACD again, and the blue MACD line is crossed up through the orange signal line, and this percent B. This is an interesting one. This is based off of the Bollinger Band math. It's like the percentage of how close the price is to the upper and lower band or something. I'm not that familiar with this formula either, and I just smoothed it too. That's why I put that S there, smoothed. Anyway, so let's check and see how it held up. You can see I was expecting to go up, sort of sideways. The support right here, I actually took a position back here, and so I had a little bit of pain for a few days, especially here. This is when I was freaking out because it was popping down below the support. Almost got shook out, but then so it's looking like it could be trending up, and a spike there. So I'll be watching LL closely, but I have some more LL charts. The two other charts weren't selected though, so a descending triangle, which it broke through this support here, and that's when I updated. I said it broke the descending triangle to become a wedge, so that actually is a bullish indicator, but I think it actually continued going down. Yep. But it did go up eventually. Yeah, that's when I said I was getting screwed because of this area. I almost got shook out. Let's see here, and here's OA. I don't have a position in OA. I don't know if I want a position in OA yet. But I was learning Elliott waves. So it's an Elliott wave goes up 1, down 2, up 3, down 4, up 5, and that's the peak, and then it goes into a trend reversal, down A, up B, and down C. 1, 2, 3. And it's like I had this on stocktwits, and someone said that's scary. I said, no, there's no guarantee it's even going to get to B or C. It's just, it could just be like get to B and even stop here and then bounce up, reverse right there. So anyway, I made an updated chart, but I did not post it here with predicted where it's going to be. So A, B, C, or it could even just be A, B, or A, B, C. Could be something like that even, where these little moves don't mean that much in the bigger picture. Anyway, Tesla is doing a very good job of making an Elliott wave. So here, up, down, up, and then this is the top. And I'm predicting it's going to bounce off of 232 in the next few months. This is September, is the peak of B. And these lines here, those rainbow lines, these are Fibonacci retracement lines. You start a point down here at the bottom, you put the top of the Fibonacci retracement at the highest point, and you sort of get an idea of where resistance and support levels will be in the future. So since I only have 1 month, you can actually see it. This support level is actually helping the price right now. So I could see it climbing up from here on for a while. It's like might not get all the way up to B, but that's a resistance line. Anyway, it's a long video, huh, guys? Sorry about that. Just kidding. It's probably interesting. Some people. So we have 2 more charts. My latest chart actually got a ribbon on it, but yeah, for a while it was I think they like MACD. That's what I've noticed. If I use MACD, they'll stick a ribbon on it. Yeah. Oh, not this one. Maybe as they already oh no, they did do ribbon this one. Ribbon this one. Yeah, I think they like the MACD indicator. Anyway, click Elliott wave on the JCPenney stock, which has been going up a lot. So I actually took a short position here, and I got out at my plan. So you can see, I was like short right here. Because there was a 850 resistance line right here. Yeah, I said it. November 2000, so 15 years ago. That's where it peaked out before going down. So busted on through that with ease, sliced through. And here is a more recent resistance line from here, this point, where it did something very similar. Started from down here-ish, and then and it broke down. Like I've been imagining the two sides pulling on a piece of paper and it's tearing it, which might be it would be interesting way of modeling it. Bulls and the bears tearing the market in half. So I tore up here and hitting here, and I actually moved. Since I got out of my contracts here, waited, and I saw that this resistance was actually providing some resistance, and I got into some put contracts right here. So I should actually set my max pain. No, actually, I think I'm just gonna hold until they're worthless. It's only $50. This was a much larger investment here, so I lost like $80. But my total investment is like $55. So if I lose all 55, I'll be sad. If I make 100%, that'd be nice. And I was like, oh, I made $50. And here is my latest chart for GameStop. And I'm not very familiar with this pattern. Like, I just saw it form. Like when I saw this wedge form here, I was like, wait a second, this could be a cup and handle, but upside down. So if you zoom in here, I can't zoom. Oh wait, can I? Yeah, I can. Just had to click this thing. You can see it's crossing here, but like, that doesn't mean that much, because you can see it crossed here. Crossed here, here. So the important thing is to make sure it doesn't bust up beyond this, because you never know. Even though the pattern's saying it's more bearish than bullish. So I could actually see it hit here, bounce here, then hit go down, or it could even bounce here and then just go up on good news or something. But it's GameStop, there can't be good news, right? It's gonna be the next Radio Shack, right, guys? Right? And that's it. Those are my charts that I've made on this site. Maybe I'll give a review of the actual tools instead of the just the final products. The tools are pretty great, but I'll leave that for another time.